Hey guys, and welcome to World of Warships with Vulevu. I've got a very short video for you today. The setup that I use on my Atago. A couple of you have asked about this, and I figured that it will be easier if I just make a little video about the Atago and put it out there instead of answering messages, which I appreciate anyway, but I suppose it's gonna save you time. So let's move to the Atago, and before we actually go there, I just wanted to I want you to realize that I set up my Atago with the intention of using it in a very particular way. What I what I expect from this ship is to be in the second line, right behind the fastest destroyers. I want the Atago to be able to tackle many torpedo threats, and I want it to be very mobile. This is the main theme for how I set the ship up. So let's move on to the modules. Right, so I'm using the damage control party, the premium one, using the standard sonar and the standard catapult fighter, and I'm also using the premium repair party. So that's the consumables. Now, moving on to the upgrades, it's pretty straightforward. It's no rocket science here. I'm expecting to be under a lot of battleship fire, and I'm expecting to be under the threat of losing some turrets. So this one definitely will help fix that. Then the gunfire control system modification one. This one I'm still not sure. I might actually switch it to the steering gears, as the damage control system, I don't know, I don't really catch that much fire. So maybe I'm really good at avoiding fire from cruisers and destroyers. So I'm thinking I'm not gonna really catch that much fire, but I do occasionally get my steering gear knocked out. Not so much the propulsion, so I might actually be changing that, but I'm still in the testing phase. So for now, it's the propulsion. Speed is your life. I went for the steering gears modification 2 simply because that took my rudder shift time down about just under a second shorter now, which, like I said, it was one of my goals when I was setting this up. And also something really important, I managed to take my concealment down to 10.7 kilometers with the use of the concealment system modification 1. And obviously camo, that gives you a 3% reduction in your detectability. So this is really important, the detectability range, 10.7 kilometers, and knowing and remembering this fact has actually saved me a lot of times in battle. And yeah, that's my priority here. I want to be as stealthy, I want to be as sneaky as possible. I mean, 10.7, you basically, when you think about it, a Tashkent destroyer has got just under 10 kilometers of spotting range. So that's a destroyer. And now you've got a cruiser that is able to sneak up a kilometer away from the Tashkent before it gets picked up on the radar. So yeah, so that's another thing. Right, this is optional, but I feel that it also makes a huge difference. I also tend to equip my Atago with a couple of flags. I had the flags on for every single ranked battle because you actually earn flags in the process of progressing through your ranks. So that was the fact that I've got so many flags is the direct effect of me playing ranked battles. Basically, I used many of them up during the progression. It took me 140 battles to reach rank 1, and Yeah, and every single battle, not all of it I played in the Atago, but every single battle in the Atago, I had the speed flag. I also had the extra money flag because an Atago is an amazing money maker. Anti-detonation flag, just in case, because why not? And then the the ones that are a bit tougher to get, that I had them on as well, were the flag that reduces your flooding recovery by 20%, and also the one that reduces your fire recovery by 20%. And this one is really important in rank battles. Not so much in random battles, but in ranked battles, because of their nature and the fact that they usually tend to last a bit shorter than random battles, you really want to be able to recover as much health and as quickly as possible. And this is amazing. If you have a Atago and you've got a couple of these flags, try them on, and whenever you take light or moderate damage, not heavy damage, because heavy damage or critical damage is a bit different. It's not being healed as efficiently as light or moderate damage. But if you take light or moderate damage, like from fire, for example, let it burn down a little bit and then hit the health recovery button, and you'll see, with this flag, you'll see just how much health you're gonna get back. So I'm gonna keep them for now. So these are the flags that I would most definitely have for ranked battles. Moving on to the next thing, that will be the captain's perks. So before you say anything, I'm setting this captain up in the Atago throughout the ranked battles season and before that as well, to move him on to the Zao as soon as I buy that ship. Some of these I will move around for the Zao, but for now, for the engagement type that I was having in ranked battles and the last couple of engagements that I've been putting up on YouTube, that was my setup. So I have the expert loader simply because I tend to juggle my ammunition very often, and I found this to be quite a beneficial perk to have. I also have the basics of survivability perk because well, 15% of your repair and fire extinguishing is really important, and especially that I don't use the upgrade that does the same thing. So I've got this, and also I've got the situational awareness. It's a very handy thing to have if you're trying to track a destroyer that's stalking you somewhere. I've also picked the expert marksman, and I've got the superintendent. And quite frankly, I wouldn't have chosen that one if it wasn't for the health recharge. That extra health recharge with the superintendent is very useful, but if this was a Miyoko, I would have been setting up that Miyoko for the same anti-destroyer function. I would have most likely picked up the vigilance perk, which gives 20% to the acquisition of range of torpedoes. And then the last one, I've picked the demolition expert to basically add 3% to the chance of fire when I'm hitting a target with my HE. So right now, with that 3% boost, my chances of setting a ship on fire are 20% flat, which is okay. So if I shoot all of my turrets, basically 20% of that is one turret. So I think that will be all. Is there anything else I need to cover? So I hope that this has been an informative video for you guys, and I hope it answers some of your questions. And if you did enjoy watching this, or that you did learn something from this, then please rate the video down below, and also think about hitting that subscribe button up there if you'd like to see more of my materials. And thank you for now, and I'll see you on the open seas.